What's up, everybody? Welcome to a Monday edition of The Squeeze. I am Tyler Connieman, and we have another Sunday in the books, another Week 6 NFL Sunday in the books. Fun day yesterday. You had WNBA, you had Major League Baseball, you had NFL. Great day. Not a great day, so it's interesting. So you have just on the squeeze here, we went 1 and 2, right? So we had the Astros and the Rangers to go over. They did not. Gonna do that again today, though. Had the New York Liberty to cover plus 2.5. They won that game outright and extended the WNBA Finals. Then we had the San Francisco 49ers minus 9.5, and they lost to the Cleveland Browns. So it was a weird day in the sense of the Philadelphia Eagles losing to the Jets. You had the 49ers losing to the Browns. You had the Bills in just a horrendous game last night for Sunday Night Football, and that was bad. But if you follow all the bets, I ended up making 20 bets yesterday and finished down half a unit. So hit a nice little part. We had the Vikings and the Bears under. We had the Houston Texans plus 110 on the money line. We had Zay Flowers. Started the day with a plus 1,000 win for 3 units on Zay Flowers, that first touchdown. And then just kind of, it is what it is with football. And I purposely make the straight bets so we can play around with, like, I had a plus 462 parlay that we made on TikTok. We had a plus 2,500. So we're just playing around with those little things there. But I try to keep this one just more in line with just the straight bets because that's what wins. So before we get to today's bets, if you're in the Discord, link is in the description below. It's where I post all these picks and have some conversation, and ideally would like you guys to share some of your picks too and start talking about that. And then also, if I made you any money yesterday in the WNBA game, for example, if you hit that subscribe button or tell one other person, hey, this guy does this almost every single day, up over 60 units on the year as the year is starting to come to a close, and a subscribe would be great. Okay. Today, we're going to start with the NLCS Game 1. You've got the Arizona Diamondbacks going up against the Philadelphia Phillies. Interesting in that the line is obviously large. You've got the Phillies minus 162 on the money line, plus 130 on the run line. I'm not going to take the run line here because it's the playoffs. It's the NLCS, and these games are going to be very, very close. Now, in the regular season, Philly was 6 games better than Arizona, and Philly's been playing really, really well. They're 6-4 over the last 10 games. They just beat the Atlanta Braves 3 out of 4, beating them 3-1, 10-2, and 3-0. Played really well there. And then, obviously, this year with Miami, that was a sweep, 7-1 and 4-1. So they've only lost 1 game in the playoffs so far. And look, Arizona's played really, really well, obviously, as well. They swept the Los Angeles Dodgers 4-2, 4-2, 11-2. They beat the Brewers 5-2. They beat them 6-3. I think the Diamondbacks are a little bit underrated. I don't think people are giving them enough appreciation as they should. But I think the Phillies are rolling, and you've got Bryce Harper back there who is absolutely motivated. So I like the Philadelphia Phillies to be leading after the first 5 innings. Now, this is a run line bet, so if it's tied, if it's a money line bet and it's tied, you get your money back. This will not. Philadelphia has to be leading after 5 innings, but I do like their matchup today. They have Zach Gallen is going for Arizona. He pitched once against the Dodgers. He went 5 innings, gave up 2 earned runs. He pitched once against the Brewers. He went 6 innings, gave up 2 runs. But he is walking guys. He's had 5 walks across those 2 starts as well. And Zach Wheeler has been phenomenal for the Phillies. He pitched once against Atlanta. He went 6 1/3, gave up 2 earned runs, and struck out 10. And he pitched once against the Marlins. He went 6 2/3, 1 earned run, struck out 8. Philadelphia is also at home. I think that's going to play into it as well. Philly has an absolutely unbelievably rabid fan base, so I like them to get out, at the very least, to get out to an early lead. So I'll take the Philadelphia Phillies to be leading after 5 innings. That's minus 115 at BetMGM. The other bet in Major League Baseball is the ALCS. It's the Texas Rangers and the Houston Astros. Yesterday I took over, and the game finished 2-0. Going to take over again. This time it's at 8, so we do have push potential. This is minus 115 at PointsBet. And again, it's sort of the same idea. Yesterday, there's a reason that I bet the over, and that's because, well, if you look at their last 3 matchups during the regular season, which was in September, they had 15 runs, 19 runs. You can just basically rewind yesterday's video. It's sort of the same idea. 6-4 to the under. Before yesterday, they were 7-3 to the over the last 10 times they've played. I know Texas is playing more under games, but Houston's not. And then you have the pitching matchup today. It's Framber Valdez going for Houston. Hasn't been great, right? He's pitched twice in the playoffs, once against Minnesota Twins. It was a loss. Went 4 1/3, gave up 5, walked 3. The other start was against the Seattle Mariners, where he went 4 innings, gave up 3 runs, and walked 5. Okay, hasn't been great. And then you've got Nathan Eovaldi going for the Rangers. He's been good his last 2 starts against Baltimore and against Tampa Bay, but is he going to regress to the Nathan Eovaldi we saw during the regular season, where over his last 2 starts, both against Seattle actually, he went 3 1/3, gave up 7 earned runs, and in the other one he went 5 innings and gave up 5. So in those last 2 starts, he pitched 8 1/3 innings and gave up 12 runs. So I do think that Texas is going to be able to score. I do think that Houston is going to be able to score, and so I like this number to go over 8. And hey, we'll take a 5-3 final. We'll take a 7-1 final, something in that. I don't think it's going to be 7-1, but 5-3 final would be nice, or a 6-2 final there. So give me the Astros and the Rangers to go over 8 for -115 at PointsBet. And your last bet of the day is the Monday night game. And man, oh man, you can just go say, bet the under, bet the under. Primetime unders have been a thing all year long, but I'm just going to roll with the Dallas Cowboys. Maybe this is a bad idea. They're on the road. They're 3-2. They're on the road against the Los Angeles Chargers. But I think Dallas just has something a little bit different this year. And Micah Parsons on the defensive end is unbelievable. And they just got shellacked in San Francisco last week, losing 42-10. And this is coming off a 38-3 win against New England. They've also lost to Arizona, but they beat the Jets 30-10 and they beat the Giants 40-0. So they 70-10 after the first 2 weeks. Then they lose to the Cardinals. Then they bounce back and they beat the Patriots, and they lose to the 49ers, but no harm there. San Fran's obviously a very good team, but I do think they're going to have a nice bounce back game here. And then you've got the Chargers. They haven't really beat anybody of note. They've lost to Jacksonville. They've lost to Miami. They've lost to Tennessee. They beat Minnesota, and they beat the Raiders, right? So nothing really all that special there. So I just think the Cowboys are a little bit better. The Cowboys did win the last time these two teams played in 2021. They won that 20-17. So I just think the defense of the Dallas Cowboys is going to be able to play better than the defense of the Chargers. Because, look, the Chargers are scoring points. They're giving up points, right? They've given up 17, 24, 24, 34, and 30. Whereas Dallas has given up 42 against 49ers, but 3, 16, 10, and 0. So I'm going to roll with the Dallas Cowboys defense there. Have the Cowboys to cover -1.5. That's -110 at BetMGM. So those are your 3 bets for a Monday. No video tomorrow, but I'll probably have a little something for you for No Bet Tuesday. But my card for today, I'm taking the Philadelphia Phillies to be leading after the first 5 innings for -115 at BetMGM. I'm taking the Astros and the Rangers to go over 8 for -115 at PointsBet. And give me the Dallas Cowboys to cover the spread, -1.5 for -110 at BetMGM. As always, drop a comment if you're fading or following. You can follow me across all my socials linked in the description below. Your audio is on Apple and on Spotify. Have a great Monday. Let's talk sports.